Good afternoon from the Philippines, where it's raining a bit outside, so I'm inside. I thought I would tell this story. I haven't talked about French polishing in a while, but I thought I would tell this story about what happened when I got the guitar to the Philippines. And when we moved here, at first, we rented an apartment temporarily. It was a two-story townhouse style apartment. The second story was hot. That's where the bedrooms were. And even though there was air conditioning in the bedrooms, it was just hot. I would play every day. I enjoyed playing, and because it was so hot, here's one of these TMI moments. Because it was so hot, I would play pretty much with no clothes on. You know, I'd have my underwear on, but the shirt would be off, the shorts would be off. I'd be sweating like a pig. And this was not, I wasn't used to this as far as my playing style. But I enjoyed playing. I'd play for a while. I'd put the guitar away. My routine was always the same over the years with my French polish instruments, which is once a day, usually at the end after my last playing session. You know, maybe I'd taken the guitar out 3, 4, 5 times that day. I'd wipe it down completely, put it in the case. So I continued that routine. What I didn't realize is I was sweating all over the damn guitar. So a few weeks go by, and suddenly I feel a little roughness. I didn't see anything bad, but I felt a roughness to a couple of sections of the polish, and I panicked. And then I realized it was right where my right arm was sweating all over the guitar. So I realized immediately what was happening. The finish hadn't been damaged particularly. It hadn't gone away or anything like that, but it had gotten a little rougher. So the first thing that I did is I started wiping down the guitar every time I played it. And because we were new to the Philippines and our stuff had still not really arrived, I thought, okay, I'm not gonna panic. I will wait till all my materials get here, and then I'll buff out the guitar when they have. So a month later, everything arrived, and I took my Meguiar's material that I've talked about before in videos, and I gave the instrument. I gave the whole instrument, but certainly I gave the area where it seemed to be a little dodgy. I gave it a hard buff, and back came the gloss, back came the smoothness of the finish. And so I relaxed a little bit. I realized that contrary to what we sometimes think, shellac finish, French polish finish can take it. But you have to know what to do if you have a little problem like that. Now, worst comes to worst, I was fully prepared to do a spiriting off of the whole instrument, which is not a big deal. But I knew that if I couldn't do it by just a buffing, that I could spirit off the instrument and get it back to where it was. And even worse comes to worse, I could have added a little bit of shellac to the problem parts and rebuilt it up. But I didn't have to. I didn't have to put on more shellac. I did not have to spirit it off, although nothing wrong with that. I may do it at some point in general. All I had to do was a good buff. And since then, I'm a little bit more careful. So, so that my sweat doesn't pour on the guitar. And I've had no problems with the finish here at all. So I just thought I'd weigh in a little bit on that with the story that had happened to me. And again, with a confidence that if you're careful a little bit, and if you know what you're doing, and you understand the dynamic, French polish can survive even the hot and humid environment here in the Philippines. So that's all for now. Thanks.